You know what I hate the most about summer and spring? It's the sun and the heat. Like, I know some people say those are the best too because of the good days and that, but if you ask me, I prefer cold and freezing weather. It's just bad if you ask me. Which honestly shouldn't be a shock to say the fact that I'm a crystal monster. Which makes me think, I should probably make a video about Atlas or something along those levels. I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, Team Rwby is gonna go to Atlas next volume, and we're probably going to get 2 volumes to go to Atlas, or maybe even 3. I mean, I can see 3 volumes, and because of the whole time thing they have, so it would make sense. Oh, hi Crystal. What are you doing here? I've just came over here to give you an idea for video. Oh yeah. Oh really? Good. Give me some idea for Atlas. I would make a discussion video about the characters, or I could talk about the kingdom, some cool technology, but... Oh no. What? I had a bad idea. Since the weather is killing me of the heat, why don't you instead make a video about vacuo? I mean, it's basically a desert region, so it would make more sense in Atlas. I know it would make more sense considering the year and all that, considering the months and the time, but would it make more sense for Atlas? Oh, come on. It can't be that logical to use that. I mean, think about it. Atlas would probably have its own arcs, and vacuo is probably hopefully gonna get mentioned. It makes sense for you to make a video about vacuo. I guess that does make sense. But it could be a while before we go to vacuo, so it would make sense to make video just discussing that, seeing that a bit, and making a part 2 in case we find out anything bigger. Yeah, so see? Why don't you go do that? Alright, thanks for the Crystal. See you later. And I suggest you go to the beach. Maybe then you will be cooler. Or at least have a couple of people after you. What? Nothing? Yeah. Hello everybody, I'm Peter Grop, and today we're gonna be discussing vacuo from Rwby. Or at least making a prediction video. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah, vacuo. Honestly, through all the 4 kingdoms, we know the least about this kingdom, or at least it wasn't displayed to be the most interesting. I mean, granted, Mistral was underutilized, but still. Let's discuss this kingdom. Now, most of the facts we know about this kingdom are from the War to Remnant video about vacuo and the Great War. Put it simply, first time, vacuo was a paradise. But since people got too weak, because they were basically in paradise, because not even Grim were a challenge, other kingdoms, Mistral and Atlas, or whatever it was called before, they basically had all the power to take it over and make factories. That basically destroyed the place, and as of that day, vacuo people have decided to say that if you to be the most powerful ones, that they're never gonna get weak. Basically, the whole mentality: if you're strong, then you'll be respected in vacuo. Which does make me wonder if someone powerful came to challenge someone in Headmaster, would that mean that one who, if the challenger wins, would that make him be in charge of the academy or something? I'm probably just reading way too much into it. But anyways, during the Great War, the first vacuo people didn't want to get anything up with them. They just want to stay on their own. But since the tides were a bit changing for the kingdoms, they were thinking, now that we are thinking, maybe we should help Vale. I mean, if Mistral and Atlas does defeat Vale, then they'll probably target us. I mean, they already done so in the past, so they decided to destroy the statues of something that was supposed to be symbolizing the alliance with the two, and it helped Vale. I don't know how that went through, but who really cares about that? Those details. So yeah, it's also revealed that the first one who was in charge of vacuo was a female, Faunus. So yeah, we get that in later. But yeah, then there was a great battle in which the King of Vale basically won single-handedly. Was the most powerful one, or husband, or whatever we want to call him now. And we can see the Queen of Vale is bowing before him because she respects his power. And so the King of Vale decided to put on these academies, so they could train the huntsmen. Atlas also put on those communication towers for people to communicate with the other kingdom in Vale. I'm assuming only the kings, only the person who's in charge of it used it to contact the other kings or headmasters, and in case someone has families move to Mistral or some other places like Sun did, but that's just me. I just have a hard time imagining anyone of that kingdom being communicated with anyone. I wouldn't be shocked if they knew why some people were like, wait, what now? Wait, we were able to communicate with the other kingdoms? I wouldn't be shocked if that was one of the people who basically fought. So yeah. So that's basically the world of Rapnet for them. Now for the main series. I don't believe vacuo is mentioned in the first volume. Maybe it's at the end. Maybe it's in the ending, but I feel like it was Mistral the one that was mentioned, not vacuo. But shockingly, we got our first student from Mistral that was actually originally in vacuo, and that's Sun. It's clear that the way they dressed is really not exactly anything too fancy. Just basically something that can be put on as clothing, because Sun just had jeans, some shoes, and something that a shirt or a shirt or something on, just to to reveal his pecs. But so yeah. After that, then in volume 2, we don't see the other students of the vacuo, and they, unlike the other 3 kingdoms who have specific outfits they need to wear, vacuo students are basically wearing whatever they fucking want. You wanna wear a blue shirt today and tomorrow you're gonna be wearing a black shirt? Alright, we don't care. That's basically supposed to show they don't have specifics, because since apparently crime related, what we learn in volume 4 mostly. But anyway, but yeah. Then in volume 3 we get more of a showcase of vacuo, which are the 3 main teams. That one being one team that fights Juniper and the other team fights Team Sun. The team that fights Team Juniper is basically weirdly weak. Like, when you get the idea of a place where someone says, if you are powerful, you can live, you would assume they'd be more badass, more like giant, hulky, muscle to the brain, giant hammers, more those types, not 3 dudes, one wearing something that could be used to tase animals, the other one throwing some some gyro blades, I believe they're called, and the third one having, what was the third one? Having gyro blades that stingy and some weird face that could be pointy, and a woman with a sniper. That's basically it. I mean, it was pretty clear that they were pretty weak because Nora and Pierre could easily beat them all. In fact, Nora one-shots them in the most embarrassing moment. It was clear that a sniper from the longer distance was the only power they had. Anything else, they would lose immediately. Then the other team when they battle Team Sun basically seem to imply that people in vacuo are a bit more able to fight on the home field. Because one of the girls in that team said, great home field advantage. And Sun said, hey, don't forget, I also grow up in vacuo, and I can, which means this is also the place I have a field advantage. So that does kinda imply that people in vacuo, if they are on a desert terrain, do have an advantage over people from other schools, because it doesn't seem like any other schools have a field advantage, but that just seems to be implied. Nothing really is being stated. So yeah. Also, another thing I forgot to mention previously in the World of Random video, it was revealed that fondness relations between humans are the best in there. They're probably because they believe in the whole strength level, it doesn't matter for anything else. Which is good. So yeah. After that battle between Team Sun and other team, vacuo basically disappears. I mean, all of their students, unless if they appear in a background, which doesn't really matter, they basically disappear. It's never mentioned for the rest of the volume. Maybe some of those quick shots from the finals, maybe some of them were from vacuo, but entirely they completely disappear. And then we cut to volume 4, which I really don't want to discuss this. When Crow discussed Mistral, he said that Leonardo is no fool, he can plan things out. But when it came to vacuo, he said it's gonna be hard finding thugs and criminals to fight other criminals. Which does imply there's a lot of crime in that kingdom. How it could be a kingdom that's actually living on crime, but that just seems to be implied. Nothing stated. So yeah. But the weird thing is, he doesn't mention the headmaster. He doesn't say that headmaster is competent or anything, or headmistress or whoever. He just implies that a place too many criminals for someone to win, which is weird. Then in the other episode, I believe the next one, Ironwood states that he's concerned about Mistral, which I don't think she actually said straight up. I believe he just said, I don't believe Leo can handle it, but just it's which is just, but vacuo he doesn't seem to be concerned about it at all. Like maybe later he discussed it, but it seems like Mistral is the only one of then it's not being worried. Vacuo doesn't seem to be worried at all. Which, considering the whole, if you're strong, if you can survive in vacuo, you have respect or similar mentality with that, is weird. Like you would think there would be a bit more concern. Like one of Salem's enforcers could be incredibly strong, comes there, kills the headman, beats everyone who comes across it, and becomes ruler, and that entire nation is basically could go into war. Which, P.S. I am predicting the way that vacuo relic thing will just be a straight up war. Like, you know that Marineford war in One Piece? I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we could get in vacuo. Although I would be incredibly disappointed if there wouldn't be a big battling scene. Or maybe I just want to see a battle, or just maybe I just want to see a war battle. Yeah, that'd be cool, a war. An army of criminals, an army of people fighting on. That'd be awesome. Now, anyways. Then we come to volume 5, which is, I don't believe vacuo ever stated. They don't mention the maiden, they don't mention the relic, they don't mention the headmaster. It's maybe I'm forgetting, but I'm pretty sure vacuo is in volume 5 completely disappearing from the story. I mean, at least in volume 2 it was briefly mentioned with that fondness who was leaving the white thing was heading, and a quick shot of the students, but everything out, but in Volume 5, completely disappeared, like it doesn't even exist. So yeah, that's basically what the main thing with the vacuo has been. But now let's discuss the theories about the headmaster, because that's basically what we're gonna get the most out. We can also discuss the maiden, but let's just discuss the maiden quickly. I believe the maiden is supposed to be the maiden of creation. Now we know that's the winter. Which knowledge? No, knowledge is the fourth one. I'm forgetting which ones was it. I'm forgetting which one, but so far we didn't get any proof that there could any maiden be. We can assume there's a maiden, and if you're gonna go with the whole theory with Team Rwby getting maiden powers, this person needs to be a character that could, have a quick relationship with Blake, because Yang can get her maiden powers through her mother because she'll probably die. Rwby can get her main powers through Cinder because the hatred Cinder has for Rwby is so big that it's actually that. And if Winter is the main Atlas, Wallace can get the main powers from her. But Blake and the vacuo maiden, for now there has been no relations. Maybe it's going to be Blake has a sister that they didn't just stay or something, but I'm guessing that would be a bit stupid to just know. And why wasn't she ever mentioned? But hell, Whitley, it was the same thing with Whitley, but who cares? But yeah, so far, zero clue who could be the maiden, and cannot be brought up or anything. Because there's basically nothing. Now to the headmaster. Now the relic is probably going to be the sword that the king was using, so that's something. Which could mean that the relic is the most powerful one. But since they seem way too chill about it, I would assume if the most powerful relic would be there, then people would be, oh fuck it, if it disappeared. Or something. So now, let's discuss the headmaster. I basically heard two theories. The first theory being that this character is just going to be another character that's based on Scarecrow in some form of a way. And the other theory was, I believe that Unicorn of War said that she would think there would be the character in the Wizard of Oz that's Glinda's sister, because in the flashback it was the headmistress. But I don't believe the headmasters are the same people as the ones who were previously. I think she just said something similar that they just picked the same one or something on those levels. Maybe he picked the same because Valkyrie was with them, but who really cares? So yeah, that's one possibility. Now, what I think of specifically when it comes to this sort of thing is that Valkyrie could have a mistress and a headmaster. I can buy that. But what I actually think is going to be based on Scarecrow, but a bit more scary way. If that's a pun, then I guess pun intended, but just hear me out. This could be because of the whole Scarecrow in the DC universe, and the fact that I do want to have a more morally questioned thing with Ospen. But I just go through this. What I believe is the headmistress is the same person as the one that was in charge, as the queen that was in charge of Valkyrie, but unlike just being very old or something, she's actually that. Like, that's it. She died during the war or something, or pretty soon after. Ospen used his magic or something, always a lot, brought her back, or used the relic or something like that, brought her back to life in a way. Maybe it's a figurehead, but self-thinking probably not. Because I could see the possibility of, maybe she'll try to get a leak with Salem to maybe give her life back. Or something along those levels. So he just didn't make her that thinking. which I could believe. Now, now the proofs that I have for this theory is because, well, it will be kind of weird because it's kind of missing, because it will kind of fit with the other headmasters, Aspen being the Wizard of Oz, I would be in Tin Man, Lionheart being Lion, and this headmistress being the Scarecrow because she has no brain. But that's not the only thing, really. Fits. The other thing that fits is because no one seems to be worried about the leadership in vacuo. So if it was someone who was getting specific things that she needs to do for Aspen, like you need to report on this day, she'll report because she cannot do anything. But just standing there watching. If someone comes there, answer correct way, Aspen would answer. Needs to report, tell. I could do something like that. Which would explain why no one talks about it, because what are you going to talk about to a thing that's dead, just in the same mind as Aspen? Just in the leadership things. And not even that. So that's what I think we have here. Now the other proof is also it would fit. So yeah, it would make sense for that to be the case. And because, well, if you have a puppet, you're not going to need to introduce another new character. So yeah.